you on my timeline.
Hey guys, just give you a quick update. I am in Alabama. I got an interesting run. I came out of Massachusetts and I've got 30 stops to make to Walmart. So I picked up from the manufacturer their wire frames for a fabric department display at all the Walmarts. So it's just a couple boxes, pretty easy. They're light. They're about 5 foot by 4 foot boxes. They're bulky, but they're light. And I'll show you in the video. They don't travel well. The boxes most of the time have imploded on themselves and are just, you know, there's no damage done, but it's like whatever. So I've got a document they gave me that says that it shows that they must take the load even though it looks like it's damaged, and if it is damaged they deal directly back with the manufacturer and I get to drop my load and move on. But I ran hard this week, so I was only left with 3 hours to drive today, and so I thought last night when I shut down here at the Walmart, I'm backed off in the corner. I went into management, you know, I talked to a lead and they said I could stay here. I wrote their name down and I said, well, can you communicate that to the next person that's coming in so that they know you said it's okay? Because it's got no parking, towing all over this place. And I even looked at the reviews on Tucker Path and it says expect to be towed. So I wanted to protect myself. And you don't know if they're going to communicate to the next person. When I called to say, you know, which place do I come in? Do I come in the wall side, you know, the W side or the T side? The W side is, you know, if you're looking at the building, it says Walmart. The W side is on the left side, and the T side is the right side, Walmart. And a lot of times these people didn't even know. So the best thing to do is just find the best way to get in there, find the door, go in and say, I got a load. And they figure out which side to put you on, and then you just go and put it in. So it's not hard. But I stayed here in the corner, and I don't know this area that well. I tried to look to see if it was a safe area. I went online on Google and said, am I in a safe area? And they really couldn't tell me. So I did something I've seen in the past. I didn't video it. I was embarrassed to video it, but I'll tell you about it. Basically, when the doors are shut, let's see over there. From that handle, from the door handle to this door handle, I just had a rope tied. Now, I didn't really expect anything to happen, but if you got both doors tied, I got a piece of rope, then they can't open the door if they try to break in. Now they could break the glass, crawl in if they want to, but I'm not going to make it easy for them. Not anticipating anything wrong, but I did put my lock on the back of the trailer because these are Walmart products and I just don't want anybody stealing anything from the trailer. If I didn't show an effort, then perhaps I might be negligent. So I did that, and it's not been an issue. But I thought, you know, in the day and the times that we're in right now, I might as well just be as safe as I can. I would have preferred to stay at a truck stop, but I was already parked here, and I already started my clock for the 34-hour break. I got 13 more hours to go, so I'll be glad about that. I'm gonna go into Walmart and get a couple basic items. I think I need a pair of jeans. I ripped a pair of my jeans right in the crotch area, and I tried to sew it up. It's good to have a needle and thread on the truck because you never know. And I'm not really a seamstress, so it looks pretty primitive. But I thought, well, I'm here at a Walmart, might as well go ahead and get a pair, because I'm going to get a pair anyway. So that's what's going on. Nothing else exciting. It's kind of a muggy day here, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit on Trucker Path how I use it, and we'll talk to you soon. Nothing exciting going on. Nobody's wearing a mask here except for the people that work here. This Corona thing it's over. It's the flu. I mean, they've really, in my opinion, I think that they just wanted to see how the public would respond to submission, and sadly, a lot of people did. I was all for wearing it at first, reluctantly, but I wore it, and now I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of these. This is ridiculous. This is 6 months into this coronavirus thing has basically been the flu. And now, granted, it was a bad flu, but you could see with all the numbers that all of a sudden the CDC is recanting and saying, well, okay, we were a little bit wrong. Our numbers aren't what they thought they would be. You know, there's just, I say it's time for us to take back America. I'm tired of this. So be strong, be good, stay together, and we'll talk to you soon. So when I went to my first stop, I opened the back, and it was all these boxes that have imploded on themselves. They've got they're little racks for the fabric department for display, and the boxes have on here like 756 is the store number. There's one 1462. But I've had to drag them off. They're not heavy at all. They're just a little bit awkward because they're big. But you can see here, this box is smashed. So I just have to deal with it. I've got a document that says that they must take the load whether it's damaged or not. If it's damaged, they deal directly back with the manufacturer, and I move on. So far so good. So in my app here, in my ATS driver app, I can look at my load, and I can come up here, communication, dispatch loads. So here's my loads. So I started off in where was I? Massachusetts. So I picked up my load, went to Tryon, Georgia. I'm here in Kelly Boulevard, Millbrook, Alabama now. And then I go to Greenville, Pascagoula, Ocean Spring, Mississippi. And then I go to another place in Mississippi, another Mississippi, another Mississippi, another Mississippi. Then I go to Louisiana. This is really strange. I go to all these little stops, but they're really easy. Pays well. I'm making about $2,000. Driving 2,000 miles, so I'm making about $1 a mile. I just take out a box. I'll show you this box. The box is, but you can see here, I'm finally end up in Texas. My last drop is in 2 drops in Port Arthur, Texas, then I'll be done. That's 31. It says 31. I only got 30 items on my truck, so it'll be interesting to see what they mean about that. So we'll see. Okay, so just a quick update on how I use Trucker Path. This is the route I'm going to go. This is my destination where I have to go. I got 30 stops on these Walmart runs. They're just boxes I got to take out. I actually take them out for them. And this shows you where I'm at. I'm parked here at the Walmart. I'm actually doing a 34-hour reset. So this is pretty cool. I like using Trucker Path. Now, as far as the GPS goes, they're only about 95% right. So that's why I always run 2 at a time. I'll run this and I run my Ram McNally. So this is showing you where I got to go next. My next stop. Next 2 stops actually. I got one somewhere around there. So if I take and I hit the bottom left and hit quit, I'm in the trip plan mode, and I can go back and it'll show you where this right here is where I take and drop my next load off. And then it's, look at that, it's got me all kinds of craziness to go around. That's what I mean, this is ridiculous. Why would I go all the way around there when I can just get right back on the interstate right here? So that's what I mean. You gotta use your GPS, but use your common sense more. There's it. I think I'm gonna fuel there at the Loves. What I can check, if I'm looking for a space, I'll put a heart on it if I've either been there before or if I typically like it. So on the bottom left, you can hit prediction, and it'll show you mostly plenty of spots between this time frame, and that works real well for me. You can also change these days if you're wanting to look ahead. Let's say I'm going to go there Monday, and you can see there's still some spots from, like, usually at 12 it's not full till 3, and it starts, the history shows it starts getting some spots available after 4 on Monday. So I go back to Sunday, and you know, I've typically not been comfortable parking at Walmart, so this is going to give me a lot of chances to get in and get out so I can see, because I'd like to get more comfortable. I know a lot of truckers don't have any problem parking at Walmarts. As you can see here, there's a few trucks. It looks like there's a camper, there's a box truck. I don't really like parking at Walmarts. I know they really don't like us parking there, but there's one parked there. There's a couple parked there. There's a long double. So I know I got to come in probably. Actually, this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at. I want to go to the next one that I'm going to here. So I'm going to go into Greenville, Alabama. Get off on this, get off the interstate here. I'll go over here. I'll go down Willow Lane. Come around. Come around. And it looks like it wants me to probably take this route right here. Go around. Go through here. I guess take that tight corner. Probably back in there and drop my load off. And then exit out Willow. So it helps to look, to see where you're going. Then my next little load, going through Mobile, and I go to Pascagoula, and I go to that Walmart here. So while I'm driving, a lot of times I like to be able to see if I'm coming up on a way station. Just click on the way station. It says it's closed 6 minutes ago. See how it says 6 minutes ago? And it's always good to know if the way station's open or not. That way you don't have to second guess and pull in anyway. Sometimes a rest area is good, and I can hit on the prediction, and it shows me it's almost always good to go. So that's good. I had all the Walmarts. If you click on places here on the bottom, you can click on all the Walmarts or whatever. Now down here is the places, so you can show as much. See how it starts to disappear? Look at that Loves up there. I'm going to click off. I don't want to see any of the Loves. So all the Loves come off. All the way stations come off if I don't want to see them. All the PAs, and all I see is TAs. I just have, if you can see here, I only have TAs and rest areas clicked, so it'll only show me the TAs in the rest areas. So when I'm looking for parking, I'll click all parking, including the quick stop and the truck stops. If I'm not sure, now there's lots of truck spots, so I'm going to take that off. And let's say that I'm going to shut down, let's say I plan on shutting down at 4 o'clock. So typically I'm almost sure a TA is a good place to park. As you can see here, it says some spots right now. I click on that and it says usually there's some spots all throughout the day, but as it gets to be around 4 o'clock, it starts getting really full. So I back out of that. Let's look at the Loves. Full all day, so I won't even stop there. So that's how I use it. And if you go to the Loves, and if you just, now you have to be in the trip plan mode. You click on it, you can see that they have 80 spots. They have showers, and then there's reviews that you can look at. Sometimes it'll help. And then there's restaurants. I like to check the restaurants out. So there's a Burger King, a Domino's, McDonald's, not much else really. So there's a lot of information that I can get on that. And it's just a good little app that I use. This is just my little route that I'm working on right now. I'm working my way through Louisiana to Texas, and then I'll be done. But I got 27 more stops to go. So that just gives you a little bit of idea on how I use Trucker Path, and a little heads up on my ATS app on how I can just kind of track my load, which is great. So you guys take care, have a great day, great weekend, and we'll talk to y'all soon.